Hey everybody, a very warm welcome to the show. I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Easton, and this week we are stepping inside the sporting arena, taking the pulse of the regional athletics community in the wake of the postponement of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
Hello, I'm Ines Boubakri. I'm an Olympic fencer, and I just want to say to you, stay home.
A little bit later on, we'll track the triumphs of Arabian Saluki dogs as they came under starters' orders before the COVID-19 crisis struck. But first, never before in the 124-year history of the Olympics has it been delayed. And this has meant very different things to different athletes in this region. For some, it perhaps signals a missed opportunity to go for gold before retirement. And for non-participants, this time perhaps presents an opportunity to develop their sporting prowess. Inspire went in search of athletes with a fighting spirit as the world fights COVID-19. Morocco's coastline, with its crashing waves, is Ramzi Boukiam's training ground. The 26-year-old professional has been surfing since he was 9 years old, and with countless wins to his name, the next prize on his horizon was to be gold at the Tokyo Olympics, where he would have been the first Moroccan surfer to represent his country at such a competitive global level. The IOC's decision, however, is one that he agrees with.
I think it's a good call to postpone it to next year. And just a little bit sad because it was the first year that surfing was involved in the Olympics.
In the interim and in lockdown, Ramzi says he's sleeping more than usual. He's enjoying a well-balanced diet, plus doing weight training and boxing in his garden. But it's a far cry from the surf and spray of the sea.
The most important part in surfing is to get better at surfing, is to surf. So you can train as much as you want out of the water. If you're not in the water, you won't improve.
Mental training is all important right now, says Ramzi, who is determined to stay focused and set an example for a younger generation, whom he hopes will one day follow him into the sport.
Sometimes you wake up, you feel a little bit more down than the day before. Just, try to stay positive and see the bright side and see the future and see every one of us getting out of this.
For Yusuf Mirza, a top-ranked Emirati cyclist who has won multiple domestic titles and taken part in the 2016 Olympic road race, the UAE's lockdown situation hasn't curbed his professional training for the UCI World Team.
I think we as cyclists are lucky. We can still train and practice at home. We can do also online training.
Exercise takes place twice a day. First thing in the morning with a 90-minute indoor cycle, then again at night with a focus on resistance and weight training. Home workouts have two advantages, says Yusuf. Firstly, it avoids exposure to the UAE's hot and dusty spring weather, and it allows for personal time with those often missed due to his constant travel.
We sit most of the time with the family, with the children, with people you are close with. This honestly for us as athletes, that is a positive thing. It's something that's difficult to do during the season, to be with the family.
Yusuf's already looking ahead to the upcoming UAE tour, following this year's event having been cancelled after 5 of the 7 stages.
I hope that I participate next year as I missed it this year. And hopefully everyone is going to be more prepared.
Having developed a special bond with horses as a child, being forced to isolate from some of her champion thoroughbreds in Europe at this time is particularly hard for Saudi showjumper Dalma Malhas.
I'm missing my horses greatly, immensely really. I'm in touch with my trainer daily, on a daily basis, and I have their videos and pictures to really be a part of their daily training from a distance.
Passionate about gender equality in all sports, Dalma is noted for having won bronze in the 2010 Youth Olympic Games. Combining daily cardio exercises with yoga sessions is the equestrian's way of keeping focused, strategizing for the future, and blocking out negative news at this time. Right now, says the showjumper, is the perfect time for people to build the future they really want. And on Dalma's wish list for the coming years are national medals.
Last December, I had my first participation on home soil, and I can't even begin to explain how that feels. So I'm really looking forward to the World Cup in 2024 and the Saudi Games that will hopefully take place once this nightmare is over, and plenty of other amazing world-class events.
Far from her Tunisian home, two-time Olympian foil fencer Inez Boubakri is currently self-isolating in France, where she's reflecting on the IOC's postponement.
It's for the safety for everyone, for the athletes, for the supporters, for the coach, for all body, I think, also for the volunteers. So I think it's the best decision.
In 2016, Inez became the first Tunisian fencer to win an Olympic medal, and she had her sights set on similar heights of success this year.
I want to achieve my dreams and to have the second Olympic medal, so I don't care about when, where. For me, it's just my goals, and I will be focused like more than 100%.
Despite Inez being without much of the fencing equipment she needs to train properly, she describes her altered routine as fun, as she puts in intensive hours during the week and strikes a balance with downtime at weekends. That's not to say it's a time to fully unwind.
At the beginning, I said, okay, I don't have nothing to do, but it's easy to say this. So my coach, when he told me, be careful, you're not in holiday, so all time you have to train, you have to be careful also what I eat, because now we have time, so I discover myself that I am a good cooker.
Whilst she's taking advice from her trainer to remain mentally on top of her game, Inez has some wise words of her own for aspiring Olympians, not least young Arab women.
Never give up, never stop do fencing, never stop do sport.
So there you have it, home truths about home isolation from some regional sporting greats, sharing their top tips for trying your athletic best in the most trying of times.
Stay home, stay safe, spend time with your beloved one, and enjoy life.
Please stay home, stay safe, and stay positive.
Everything will be back to normal again, so keep your motivation up.
Stay positive, stay strong, and stay at home.
We turn our attention now from two-legged athletes to four-legged competitors with an instinct to run and run. Before the coronavirus pandemic took hold, Salim Saeed went along to meet the traditional hunting dog of Arab tribesmen, better known as the long-legged Saluki.
Long-legged and leanly arched, the Arabian Saluki is considered something of a canine supermodel. It's also the world's second fastest dog after the greyhound and a skillful hunter, relying predominantly on sight rather than hearing to track and capture prey for their masters, as their predecessors had for millennia. Saluki ancestry is believed to date back to ancient Egypt, with artwork of the royal and fiercely loyal dogs found in carvings and paintings. Later, Saluki breeds spread to the Fertile Crescent, an arc of land from present-day Egypt to Iraq, and to the Arabian Peninsula and further. Travelers first brought the animal to Europe in the mid to late 1800s, and from there, Salukis went worldwide. Around the globe, the dogs evolved to become gentle and dedicated family pets, and in the MENA region, they're conditioned to race. Chasing gold medals instead of the more traditional rabbits in Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia and the Emirates. And they're off in a race to the finish, as crowds in the UAE cheer on the finalists at the 2020 Saluki Championship. Out of hundreds of competitors pawing for the top prize, 60 made it to the final race, with the goal of being top dog. Fans follow the races literally, driving alongside the canines that can run at speeds up to 65 kilometers an hour. Henna, hardens and protects their paws, and for incentive, and for the first time in the race's 13-year history, a lifelike robotic gazelle has been used to replace older synthetic lures.
Owners complain that the Salukis, after 1 or 2 races, realize that this is fake, so it brings down their motivation while racing. So when it looks closer to the live gazelle, it affects the Saluki more to give it more motivation.
From soft fur to a moving tail, every detail counts in this sport in which competitors push themselves to the limit to be the best, where prize money can top $40,000 a race. But winning is no quick or easy task, says Marwan, whose Saluki won the female professional stakes.
This work, it's not something that can be done in a day or night. It's work that's tiring. I have a farm in Turkey, I have a farm in Syria, and I train them and I select the best out of them.
His prize winner, Nejda, born in Turkey, is selected from his pack of around 30 dogs. And for her efforts, the 3.5-year-old was rewarded plenty of praise and a winner's white jacket.
Well, that completes our sporting fix for this week. We do hope that you enjoyed the show, and do be sure to catch all of our programmes online at euronews.com. Before I leave you with some inspiring sporting Instagrammers, it just remains for me to say stay at home and stay safe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Egyptian Rana says 30-minute home workouts help to boost her mood. Rashid from Lebanon says he's trying to be creative with his weight training workouts during the coronavirus quarantine. And German expatriate Sabrina is isolating with her adopted Saluki in the UAE.